There is a, as I told you, in the libel law, when I put something out, let's say, and I put something out about David Knight, and you're a public figure, and you sue me, you've got to prove, basically. Now, what I did was I was basically guilty of malice, reckless disregard for the facts, didn't really care. And I hear more music.
Yeah, we ran out of time again. I went so long. Okay, we're going to be right back with Lionel, and we're going to go straight to that explanation. We're going to be back in less than a minute. He's going to finish that point. All right, we're going to be right back with Lionel. I'm David Knight. Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight with Lionel, and we hit 2 hard breaks. And Lionel was making a point about the Sullivan decision with the Supreme Court, the difference in how they treat libel if it's a public figure. Go ahead. I'm going to give you the floor and let you make your point finally. Yeah, I'm sure. Go ahead.
By the way, Towns Van Zandt, Poncho and Lefty, you can interrupt me with that great song anytime. By the way, David, don't you wish real life where if we're talking to relatives or friends we don't like, we just cue the music and we say, oh, I'm sorry, we're out of time. Out of time. All right. This is from Ben Smith. This is the publisher of Buzzfeed. I just want you to remember it now very quickly. In order for a public figure, Trump, to sue, you've got to basically prove malice. He's got to show that you published something with a total disregard for the facts or the truth. And he writes, as you have probably seen, this evening we published a secret dossier making explosive and unverified allegations about Donald Trump and Russia. Stop right there. That's it. There's your suit. Thank you. You said you just wrote, and apparently he had no lawyer or somebody, help him. But I, if I were Trump's lawyer, could not have written something better. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, how do we know this was unverified? Well, let's stay safe. Let's go to the horse's mouth here. So now, what we have to understand, though, David, and this is a bigger issue here. A lot of times, and I say this with all due respect, newsrooms and like Huffington Post and Google, there's a lot of 20-somethings and good people. It's not 20-something or 30-something. It's just some things that we're talking about. And they sit around, they wear flannel, and they throw a football, and hey, this is great, and I got a bunch of likes. And I want to tell them, do you understand that you're hitting enter and you sending a story up into this permanent ether called the internet? It's like you firing into a crowd. You can't take that back.
That's right.
You are now entering the world, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. And by the way, let's applaud alternative bloggers, and you're going to be it. But you are now entering into something. And by the way, years ago, I used to think that motorcycle drivers should be held to a different standard of care because whenever you tap a motorcycle in traffic, you can kill somebody, or it will be a little bumper fender bender with a car. Well, if you made a mistake in a little local Austin or New York newspaper, kind of a penny saver local thing, you can say, can I have those copies back, please? I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Issue a retraction. And it could be the most blasphemous, horrible thing, but it wasn't that big of a deal because nobody really heard it. And okay, we can bring it back. Now, I can take something which really isn't that big of a deal, but by virtue of how many people it reaches, it now is elevated to a level of contamination, if you will, that becomes deadly and toxic. This is another aspect of this story. Now, remember, Gawker was basically put out of business.
Oh, yeah.
But what they published was the truth. I mean, it was a violation of rights, and but nobody ever said, hey, wait a minute, Hulk Hogan. That's not Hulk Hogan. You got the wrong person. No, no, they said I was. So if you can get in trouble, there's no Sicilian expression that says if you can get in trouble for saying a little, think what happens if you say a lot. Well, if you can get in trouble for basically publishing the truth, and normally truth is a defense in libel, what happens if this doesn't take place? Now, David, imagine this.
Because the intent was to do harm, is what it was there, right?
Well, it sure wasn't to make him look good. And by the way, if you as an editor publisher got the story and you say, wait a minute, let me get this straight. Donald Trump is in Russia. I'm not going to go through this because you know all the terrible puns, but no. Now, that's that. Couple of things we've got to understand here. First, the reason why it's critical that people go after Putin is because, now you got to work backwards. Putin is the boogeyman. Putin is the boogeyman who justifies NATO.
Yeah.
NATO was the...
That's the news. That's the music is coming out of nowhere. We're out of time. And you're absolutely right. They want to tie Donald Trump's hands in terms of easing the relations that they have now made strained. I absolutely agree with you, Lionel.
David, thanks so much for being with us. I'm sorry we're out of time. You know what, David? Can we come back? David, I'll have you back next time on the Lionel Show.
Thank you, Lionel. That's LionelMedia.com. You'll find him on Twitter at Lionel Media. Thank you so much, Lionel.
Infowars has more than 15 YouTube channels and about 3 million subscribers. Our main channel has 1.854 or 1,854,000 plus subscribers. Now, they've been gaming the system for a long time to shut down nationalistic or patriotic media, saying we're right-wingers, saying we're extremists. Well, it doesn't matter who we are. We have a right to free speech, don't we? As long as we don't violate the rules. Well, now Zuckerberg has come out and said he's going to restrict conservative news like communist China does, calling it fake news. And Google, that owns YouTube, has announced, and they've done it now 2 weeks ago, that they're going to basically make you click the bell in your notifications. We're going to show you how to do that, or you won't get all the channels that you've subscribed to and you won't get the videos. Now, why are they doing this? It's more than just censoring. They want you to see the videos that they feed you below and beside the videos you're looking at that are corporately sponsored so they make more money. They're taking the you out of YouTube. So we're in this information war, and it's more important than ever that you promote the videos, that you like the videos, and that you send them on to others. Because the answer to the attempt to shut us down and restrict free speech that's openly now happening is for us to redouble our efforts. We're winning the culture war as true classical liberals that made this country great. We're restoring the Renaissance. So again, if you want to get our videos, so you can make your decision whether you want to see them or not. After all, that's why you subscribed. YouTube's had this since they started 12 years ago or whatever it was. And they're fundamentally changing it so you don't get it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is promoting fake news and trash news and establishment news. It's killing real independent news. But we the people, by taking action, can break the back of this system. So please, click on the bell so you get the notifications and so you get in your feed the videos and channels you've subscribed to. I'm Alex Jones for Infowars.com.